Hello, I'm Trevor Alonso. For the celebration of America turning 250 years old, I'm covering an unmade live-action G.I. Joe movie every Saturday. So, let's get to the last part. This video I had to rewrite a few times because news of a new movie was breaking out. News was even coming out up until editing. 2022. G.I. Joe Origin, Snake Eyes 2. The script was written by Joe Spinell and Anna Waterhouse. The plot would have had Snake Eyes tracking down Storm Shadow, now that he joined Cobra. What happened was that after poor box office and poor reception to Snake Eyes, the project was scrapped. But this is not the end of G.I. Joe on film. There were some other projects in the works. Phillips Chuckles' Provis movie. This was conceived as a spin-off. The same screenwriters of G.I. Joe Ever Vigilant were hired to write it. Lady J movie. First conceived as a streaming series for Amazon. In 2023, the show was scrapped. But producer D. Bonaventura wanted to use the pilot script as the basis for a movie. A G.I. Joe Transformers movie was in talks. It was teased at the end of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. G.I. Joe and Transformers movie sounds like the perfect blockbuster. Just have the military vehicles change into the Transformers. But all of these projects are no longer happening. The future had changed with recent news. Two projects were being pitched at the beginning of this year. One written by Max Landis, but Paramount has already passed on that pitch already. The other being written by Danny McBride. Here's an interview which he talks about his script.
You're writing a G.I. Joe movie?
I've written one. Yes. I'm stoked about it. I'm really fired up about the script. Paramount seems fired up about it, so hopefully we're shooting it next year.
So, I know you don't need to spoil anything, but just like your history with G.I. Joe, was it the cartoon, the action figures? Like, what did you want to honor in this script?
It was definitely the cartoons and the comics, and like G.I. Joe was my thing when I was a kid. I liked that more than Star Wars, more than anything. Like, I loved G.I. Joe. And I still have all the characters, and I tried to give my G.I. Joe collection to my son, and he wasn't interested. You know who's interested? My daughter, who likes robots. That's who plays with Gung Ho and Snake Eyes in the shower. But I've always loved it, and so I had an idea for a Dreadnoughts movie, and I was like, I just wanted to do a Dreadnoughts movie, and I went to Paramount and pitched it, and they were like, well, the franchise kind of needs to be like. It needs to be launched, so we can't come out with a Dreadnoughts movie. Would you have a take on would you have an angle for G.I. Joe proper? And I was like, hell yeah, I'll have an angle for that. So Jeff Fradley and John Kachuri, who I wrote a lot of Gemstones with, we sat down and we cracked something that we really love a lot, and it's weirdly it grounds G.I. Joe. It's not a comedy. It's like kind of suspense and action, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
The whole ensemble, like who's the star? Who's the character that's the anchor?
You're following Duke and a group of other Joes, and I don't know how familiar you are with the comics. Are you?
I watch the cartoon religiously, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, and there's that town in the comics, Springfield, which is a town that's secretly all Cobra, and so that is where our film takes place. Yeah.
So this has some momentum. It sounds like Paramount likes the script. Hopefully
and we have some pretty interesting people lining up to be in it too. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it looks to be like it's going to be pretty fun.
Holy crap, I'm excited. Okay, amazing.
We can gather from this interview that Paramount wants a clean slate. They want to completely reboot the movies. G.I. Joe Ever Vigilant is dead in the water. Unless they call the reboot Ever Vigilant, the chances of a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover may be further away. Hopefully it won't be a teaser we'll never see happen like the 1987 Masters of the Universe sequel. So we are getting a new G.I. Joe movie, which begins filming in 2027. News broke out last week that Danny McBride will direct the movie. It is a pretty big project for a first-time movie directorial debut. As a fan of the property, I hope he gets it right. The only thing I would say to Danny McBride is, look at the recent Masters of the Universe. Do that. Well, make money, but make a movie fans will like. Make it feel like the action figures are fighting. Make it fun like the boys are playing in the backyard with the toys. Make it like the cartoon or comics, which it sounds like he is doing. The future does look bright for a G.I. Joe movie. Hopefully it will be great, and hopefully it won't be another unmade movie. Thank you for watching my video. Yo, Joe!